moment she sparked a flame and I had a choice, I can light that spark with gasoline or I could just let it go. Hello there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I hope that you will comment, like, subscribe. I am here to teach you that if you have a beautiful mind, you will have a beautiful life. Because if there's something wrong in here, there's something wrong out here. According to Google, strength is the quality or state of being physically strong. It's described that strength is having the capacity of an object or substance to withstand great pressure or force. I think that majority of the population believes that strength is the act of taking one another down. Wearing armor, we put up to hide what we are feeling. I'd like to alter the second definition and say what I believe strength is. Strength is having the courage to feel the uncomfortable feelings in your chest and being able to withstand those feelings with great pressure and force. The only thing that I do know is that we have to be kind. Please be kind, especially when we don't know what's going on. Having strength is looking at the person who hurt you and still being kind to them despite their actions. In 2023, I observe that we're weak because we think that our ego is strength, causing the world to spiral downwards into rage, divided instead of united, causing destruction and calling it triumph, destroying each other and calling it strength. It's nature, they say. Lost in the delusion that we are apex predators and nothing more. The truth is that if you sit in silence for long enough, you will realize that you are pure love. I want you to know that even though I don't know you personally, I see you. You are not alone. We are in this together. I understand that life can be difficult. It's difficult for me too. I was skipped by a woman while I was waiting in line to what to me seemed like eternity. I confronted her. She looked at me and she said, "It doesn't matter," turning her head back forward as if it didn't matter. She hurt my feelings. She looked at me, invalidated my feelings, disrespected my time, disrespected my existence. In that moment, I told her that it does matter because I was here for a while and this is stupid. It's just a line. Why are you being like this in a line? She kept repeating, "It doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter," over and over, not allowing any of my words to penetrate her cognitive processing at all. I felt rage. To be transparent with you, there is a part of me that is numb and dark. And I don't mean, haha, she's cute and dark and quirky. I used to fear that part of me. But now that I embraced it and I love that part of me, it makes me stronger. For a long time, I thought there was something seriously wrong with me. I remember that when I was a little girl suffering because I thought there was something severely wrong with me. I thought that I was a horrible person and I couldn't help it. I couldn't change who I was. That's just what was living inside of me. And as I got older, I read a quote by Carl Jung. The quote said, "No tree, it is said, can grow to heaven unless its roots reach down to hell." And that brought me peace. Even though I have the ability to be evil, I choose not to. Instead of the darkness becoming my weakness, and letting myself turn into a ball of rage and hatred, I use it to my advantage to love unconditionally because I know that I will be okay no matter what because I like the pain anyways, so whatever. Can you really hurt me? I don't know. But in that moment, she sparked a flame and I had a choice. I can light that spark with gasoline or I could just let it go. It took a lot of strength in that moment to remember that an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. She is in pain. She has seen and been through her own experiences, and she believes that she has to survive the world, that she has to fight. She doesn't know the power of community. She doesn't see me as her daughter, her sister, or a friend. She sees the world like something that she has to conquer and like something that she has to do alone. And I know because I was just like her. She couldn't be further from the truth. Yeah, sometimes you have to be alone, but the more that you get in tune with your vulnerability, you will be able to spot the people that are living and choosing to live in love just like you. And they will see you too, forming your own little community. Weakness is living your life with armor on, guarding your heart, and ready to fight in an environment where we quite literally don't even have to hunt our food. It's almost comical because the only time that you should be fighting is when you're fighting for your rights. But instead, we choose to fight each other instead of fighting for a better education and demanding a better way of living. The only reason I should ever succumb to violence is when there's literally nothing else you can do for the greater good. And you wield your sword with love and kindness, not with pain and revenge. Never. Not admitting to having a heart is only hurting you in the name of strength and ego. The more that one hides from our kindness, our heart, and our vulnerability, the more that we deprive ourselves from being able to receive through unconditional love. Imagine the strength that it takes for a person to fight for something that they truly hardcore believe in without any anger. A warrior will go up to a person that is burning the place down and still approach them with kindness. You know how hard that is? That's a warrior. It's literally a skill to open yourself up to make yourself an easy target. You can argue that you don't want to be taken advantage of, you don't want to get hurt, but how would you know to take your hands off of the stove if it doesn't burn and it doesn't hurt? How are you going to be encouraged to take it off the stove? Your hand is going to melt if you don't feel the pain, right? If you lived with a closed heart and always guarded with a mitten on and you touch that stove and it doesn't hurt, essentially, the people that are surrounding you, you're never giving them an opportunity to hurt you because you're closed off and you're guarding yourself so heavily. So you will keep these people around. So give a chance to let people show you who they truly are. Because once you open your heart and they hurt you, I guarantee you're gonna bounce. You're gonna bounce because you came at someone with pureness. And not receiving pureness back hurts. It hurts. But otherwise, you'd probably still be in that friendship or relationship or whatever and dragging it on and still playing with them. You would still be wearing the mitten. You don't want that. You want those people out. Get out. Get out. Get the out. You don't belong here, bitch. Be brave. Put your hand on the stove without that mitten, without that glove, whatever you call it. And you're going to see who you need to get away from. Leaving your heart of gold opened up is going to hurt. It's going to leave you open and vulnerable for people who don't know how to cherish that. And pain is a part of being alive because without shadow, you can't have light. If you take a second to sit down and observe everything and observe even the things that you think is good for you, like working out. If you work out too much, it's bad. If you drink too much water, it's bad. There's always a negative aspect to any dynamic in life because that's just the rule of our existence and our realm and our dimension. There's no way to get around it. None. So no matter how much you guard yourself, you're still going to feel those crappy feelings that you've been trying to avoid. And you might feel them a little bit more because you're not being able to discern what energies serve you and what don't because you're so guarded and you can't tell because you are part of the game. Leave those people to fight their own demons. Don't stoop down to their level. Had I stooped down to that lady's level, we're just gonna curse at each other. What am I gonna do? Punch her? What? Then I'm gonna go to jail? I don't wanna go to jail for this lady that doesn't know how to be kind to people. Why am I gonna play with her? I don't want to play with her. Let her play by herself. They'll literally eventually tire themselves out and realize that their method isn't working and they're gonna die on their deathbed and be like, oh, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just live their entire life in that mentality. And you know what? I hope it was worth it. I don't know. To some people, it might not make sense that true courage comes from your resilience within your heart because love is so powerful. And that's because they haven't seen the truth. The truth being that you are me and I am you and we are one. We are one. And I will have the courage to love you unconditionally till the day that I die. May your days be filled with love and may you have the courage to love the universe back, even with all the darkness it holds within its core. Take only what you need, never more, never less. Don't be greedy, bitch. Don't skip lines, bitch. Don't be a bitch. Bye.